Hello and welcome into the Eric Zane Show podcast, a daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures off and running on this, the 1st of September. What? Come on! Wasn't long ago that I was like, oh, I'm so glad summer's here. I'm not going to let it slip by. I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm not going to take it for granted. I'm going to go out and enjoy life and do any of that shit. Even worse, I kind of just sat there and watched it all go by. It's so much more fun to just sit around. I don't know. There's something about it. I think more the idea of anticipating that you have the opportunity to seize the day and then not actually seizing the day. Now that's bullshit. I like seizing the day, but that requires more effort than I'm willing to put out, I guess. I don't know. There's always kind of like a balance that needs to be attained that at 52 years old I strive for and haven't really been able to accomplish that. But what the hell, you know? At least I got to see the film Samaritan, which for the third day in a row, I need to discuss things about Samaritan because the dumbass who made me watch it, Adam Balboa, who his love for Stallone is just sick. He took umbrage, as far as umbrage can be taken, with my suggestion that because of what I saw in the film, that Stallone's character, Samaritan, is powered by ice cream. He says, no, it's when he gets injured, he overheats and he needs to cool down. So he takes cold showers and eats ice cream. He is not powered by ice cream. Well, no, in a way he is. Because if he doesn't eat the ice cream, he won't be powering anything. If he doesn't eat the ice cream, his heart explodes. That's what he said in the film. So I don't want to hear he's not powered by ice cream. I beg to differ. The character is, in fact, powered by ice cream. Was there a giant freezer in Stallone's apartment full of ice cream? Yes or no? Yes. Well, that stuff's not just going to sit there and get freezer burned. He's going to eat that. And another problem. He comes out of retirement in the film. He hadn't been doing any super strong things. Why would he even need a chest full of ice cream to power himself if he's not doing anything? The thing was just terrible. I don't remember one bit of dialogue from him. Oh, God. I wrote, whatever, minor details. I say he's fueled by ice cream. And then he shows me an image that I'll just have to describe to you of a shelving unit he has at his residence, which is full of these toys. One of Rocky fighting Apollo, Rocky fighting Mr. T or Clubber Lang, and then Rocky fighting Drago. He's got a Mickey bobblehead. It is quite a shrine. I must admit, it's ridiculous. I think he's got a lot of other ones, too. I see Terminator, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Rambo, obviously. This is disturbing. He says, I cannot wait for a Samaritan action figure. And I said, you need to get a mini freezer and fill it with ice cream so that Samaritan can get fuel. All caps. Great idea. Question from Amanda. Is he married? Yes, he is. I would love to interview his better half about this disgusting habit, this weird obsession. Amanda says, how? That's he must have a giant, perfect penis. Adam Balboa must have quite a fantastic crank. Then he writes, did you know Stallone did the voice work of King Shark in the latest Suicide Squad movie? I'm like, what? No, why would I know that? No one knows that. I wrote, haha, never saw it. And then he sent me a picture of the character, King Shark, which is, of course, on his little wall of fame here. All right, I'm seeing also various DVDs, Star Trek collection, Star Wars collection. I don't really have any collection that I put on display. I don't know if that makes me good or bad. I don't have any collections, anything like that. And what does that say? Is there, we should get an in-depth study about people who collect things like this. Some type of peek into their brains. Manus says, actually, I probably shouldn't talk. I will confess I have Baby Yoda up all over my house. It is not known as Baby Yoda. The character is called something else. It escapes me. Grogu. There you go. Grogu is the stupid thing. The only thing worse than a person having that type of character up all over their house is guy who gets agitated when you don't say Grogu. I said, haha, I never saw the film you're talking about, the Suicide Squad movie. And he says, well, you better go increase the cost of Cameo. I'll tell you what, if you ever make me do this again, I'm going to decline it. This is what you do, Adam. If you want me to watch another stupid Stallone movie, I'm going to temporarily increase the price of Cameo to $500. Apparently yesterday I suggested that Adam Balboa is one bad comment away from being grouped in with the Deniacs. I responded with laughy emoji. He responds with, also, I loved the quote, no kid has ever read a book and thought, I want butt sex crack, referring to the story about the libraries. All right. So that kind of made me laugh. Welcome in. I have an update for you as we do this show from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Studio. I have an update on the kid who got on top of the subway car and was subway car surfing somewhere in New York City, one of the boroughs. And the next thing you know, he's minus an arm. They didn't really go into the specifics in the article about how his arm got ripped off. He was subway surfing, and somehow, the next thing you know, he's walking around the platform like that dude from the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan looking for his arm. Except it was actually down in the pit where the tracks are. One of the workers had to go get the arm while people tended to the kid. They said that he's only 15. His name is Hamza Muhammad. He was in shock and just kind of like looking around like, yep, no big deal. The doctors are not able to reattach the arm. That's unfortunate. According to Mom. Mom is speaking out about the incident. Now, what I'm hoping, when it says she's speaking out, she says, I cannot believe that from my body, I birthed such a stupid individual. We've heard about kids doing stupid shit before. But this is one of the all-time greats. Mom, however, is displaying some stupidity too with these comments. Mom told the New York Post just the other day she's trying to console him by saying to him, son, accidents happen. Hold on. This is not an accident. An accident is bumping into someone. An accident can cause you to get your arm ripped off if it's accidental. Negligence, stupidity, bad decision making does not equate to an accident. Okay? That's just dumb to say. The family of 15-year-old Hamza Muhammad is trying to be supportive and remain positive in the wake of the dangerous stunt, his shaken mother said. He lost his arm, his left arm, but he's going through everything. He's doing okay, said mother Soha Muhammad. I told him accidents happen in our life, and it's tough for us, but we can get through it because we're strong. Yeah, I wouldn't even be able to muster up the strength to say that. She's clearly an enabler. Had she not been such an enabler and kicked his ass a few times when he was growing up, perhaps this wouldn't have happened. The kid obviously knew he could get away with it. So I blame the mother for all of this. I told him accidents happen in our life. It's tough for us, but we can get through it because we're strong. What an inappropriate comment. It should just say, I told him he's a dumbass. And he deserves all of this. Hamza had surgery yesterday, at which time the family is hoping to learn whether he can be fitted with a prosthetic. She said doctors haven't told the family when Hamza can go home, but an update is expected very, very soon. I just need him to be okay, and then we'll see everything, the mom said. The family was never even aware of subway surfing until the accident Monday, she added. So she'd never even heard of it. So imagine being her when the cops show up and they're like, yeah, hey, your son has been hurt. Oh, really? What happened? Was it an accident? No, it wasn't an accident. He was on top of a subway car surfing it. And then the mom would have to say, well, that's clearly an accident. And then the cop's like, well, no, that's not accidental. That's stupid. And then this dumbass mom is like, no, that's an accident. Maybe she actually thinks that he like wandered up there and didn't know where he was going. Hamza was with a group of friends on the northbound R train in Jackson Heights, 10:25 a.m. Monday, when he fell from the train and landed on the tracks. His arm, I don't know, it says, then it just says his arm was detached from the elbow down. Yeah, I don't know if it landed on the tracks and then a train went over it. There's no way, right? I mean, how the hell did it fall off? Arms don't just fall off, right? Or did he fall off the train and then put his weight down on his hand and then his arm broke off? Is that what happened? Because that sounds ridiculous. What is this guy, made of Lego? His arm was detached from the elbow down with a severed limb found under the R train. A transit worker told the Post on Monday the boy was taken to Bellevue Hospital. Why can't anybody ask more questions about how it actually fell off? Arms don't just fall off, for God's sake. I need a few more details on this. Mom Soha said the family hasn't told Hamza's little brother of the extent of the injury. We told him there was an accident and it was a bad situation, and his brother come back soon. Soha, okay, obviously she speaks English as a second language. Well, okay, welcome to the United States, Soha. Sorry about your son's arm. Not an accident, though. Jesus. Welcome into this show. If you ever want to reach me, you can reach out via email, eric@ericzaneshow.com. on the Shoreliners striping inbox. So glad that you can check in. Tyler says, fitting he was on the R train. Amanda says, oh, please, no GoFundMe. And Tyler, prior to that, said, I really hope this isn't one of those times where there's a $5 million GoFundMe for him. Yeah, probably. Bob says she was calling him an accident. Amanda suggested, is this the type of scene where Dennis Hopper gets decapitated from the movie Speed? Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. I don't know. It seems like there would be more damage than just his arm. Not sure. All right. So email me if you have any suggestions on the show or you have any stories you want to send along. I always appreciate those. Eric@ericzaneshow.com. For folks who are getting the show on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube right now, it is time to send you off on your day. I give you a handful of moments on it, and then the rest of it, you must go to Twitch, twitch.tv/EricZaneLive. Give yourself a little username, whatever that may be, and then hit the follow button. You know when I go live, you get the show uninterrupted on Twitch. Otherwise, have a great day. If you want to download the audio podcast of this, wherever you get podcasts, you can just search Eric Zane Show, and there I am. And you can listen to the audio podcast at your leisure. So thank you very much. Have a good one. And we say goodbye to them. Twitch and Facebook brought to you by my friends at Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Vines, Irvines.com. Twitter brought to you by Blue Frost IT. And YouTube, Frank Fuss, My Policy Shop Insurance. Kind of a wonky week. Taking a little time off. We got the Friday thing. No show Friday. No new show on Friday. I will have not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast on Friday for you on the free platform. I will have not the best of the Eric Zane Show podcast on Monday, Labor Day, and then back with fresh shows on Tuesday. Ben and Eric, we're skipping that this week because of as soon as I get done with the podcast today, Patreon and free, then shutting it down for that period of time. Hopefully you're spending time with the family. I think of all the holidays, Labor Day is the one that is really suspect to me. I think the Labor Day holiday, it's kind of, I mean, I'm glad it's there because we get time to take it off, but is there anyone that really celebrates Labor Day? What are we doing there? Are we celebrating unions? Are we celebrating the American workforce? The way the American workforce was? What is it? What is it that we actually are celebrating on Labor Day? And why is it, do we give a shit about Labor Day? And, I mean, of all the holidays, we should give more of a shit about, like, the King holiday. And I don't know that we do. I mean, pretty much America takes the day off on Labor Day. But not all of us take the day off on the King holiday. I would say that the King holiday needs to move up the depth chart. You know? I think that's up there with, like, Memorial Day or Easter. All right. But nevertheless, that's what you do. You get the extra day off. You get shit-faced. You eat barbecued food. Off you go. Calories do not count on vacation. This is where any work that I've gained, any gains at all from exercise the past 10, 11 weeks, probably going to go out the window. I am going to bring running gear up north. there's a chance that I may say, well, I mowed the grass up here. That's going to have to do it for the workout. Or I chainsawed these logs. That's the same. Yes, so here we go. Time off. Hope you enjoy it. And we'll be back on Tuesday. I got a email from Bobby. It's just hilarious. And Bobby, sweet Bobby, lives in Indiana. That's Bobbi, Lady Bobby. And she stumbled upon an article that she sent along, and she said, maybe this is your problem concerning me and my eating habits. The article says the differences between just overeating and a binge eating disorder, also known as a BED. Bobby is saying maybe you have a binge eating disorder. So I go, no way. And then I read the damn thing. Now, it says what you may think is just a bad habit could actually be a mental health disorder. Now, let me explain to you that the other day, I sat down at about 9 o'clock, and there was a bag of these wavy lays. And, I had a chip. A chip. The next thing you know, I'm making a beeline to the fridge because we have that, it's called a hell of a good chip dip. And that chip dip is dangerous. It's so good that I think that if you just opened it up and ate it like yogurt with a spoon, that would be acceptable. It is so damn good. And I opened it up, and there was enough of it gone that when I stuck my hand into it, I'm getting like chip dip like on my fingers. And I don't want that. So I could just take a little bit of it out and put it into a bowl. But no, I scooped out like the last third of it. So we're talking about quite a bit of this chip dip. Now, I would guess that most normal people would have a few chips with some dip. But no, I ended up eating all of it. And I don't, oh my God, just devastating. And the thing is, the chips, the problem with those wavy lays is only like the first 5 chips are whole chips. And then it's just like chips of chips. And I hate that. So it's going to sound terrible, but I took like a handful of the small chips and just dumped them in my bowl of hell of a good dip and just kind of like mixed it all up and then just like ate it with a fork. And I felt disgusted with that. I don't know, just something hideous. I mean, my God. Absolutely ridiculous. I basically had a cereal version of hell of a good chip dip where the cereal was the chips and the hell of a good chip dip was the milk. Chris says I've done that. Hey, I'm glad you said that. I don't feel as bad. All right. So getting back to this article, your old pal Eric Zane may have a binge eating disorder. According to the National Eating Disorders Association, the NEDA or NEDA, binge eating disorder is severe and can be life-threatening, but is also treatable. Okay, if I have this, I don't know if I want it treated. It's characterized by recurrent episodes of eating large quantities of food. Check. I do that. This is typically done very quickly. Check. And to the point of feeling uncomfortable. Check. In fact, when Bobby sent this, she said, didn't you say you sometimes eat so much that you puke? Now, I haven't done that, and that's true, but I haven't done that in a long time. This is typically done very quickly to the point of feeling uncomfortable. Other characteristics of BED or bed include a feeling of loss of control during the binge. Check. And shame or guilt after it. I don't know about that. Shame or guilt. No. I kind of am really proud of myself. Maybe a little bit. I kind of marvel at the amount of food that I can put away. So I don't know if I can say that. Notably, bulimia involves unhealthy compensatory measures like purging after a binge, while a binge eating disorder does not do that. Then there's some boring nomenclature that doesn't mean anything to us. Diagnostic criteria. Eating within a discrete time period an amount of food that is definitely larger than what most people would eat in that time period under similar circumstances. Okay, well, that is without a doubt me. A sense of lack of control over eating during the episode. Yeah? Don't want to admit it, but yeah. Eating more rapidly than normal. Yes. I'm getting to the point now where if you were to put a Bosco's burger in front of me and I'm surrounded by people, I'm like, all right, dude, you're going to embarrass yourself if you eat this the way you want to eat this. And that is fast. Oh my God, do I love eating fast. The faster, the better. Eating until feeling uncomfortably full, eating large amounts when not hungry. Okay, yeah, I have eaten until I felt uncomfortably full. Eating large amounts when not hungry. No. I don't do that. Eating alone because of embarrassment. A little because of... No, I can't say that. I can control myself. Okay? Like when I sit down with you guys at Bosco's, I'm like, all right, don't eat too fast. Just ease up. I do have that degree of control. Feeling disgusted, depressed, or guilty afterward? No, I don't do that. No, I'm proud, and I give myself a high five. Marked distress regarding binging? No. The binge occurs on average at least once a week for 3 months. Nah, I can't say that. The binge eating is not associated with inappropriate compensatory behaviors like purging does not occur exclusively during the course of... No. So that it's not like bulimia. According to Healthline, binge eating disorder is a medical condition. Overeating is not. BED is also associated with other psychological symptoms like depression and anxiety. I guess maybe I can have just like some a la carte pieces of a binge eating disorder. Like when that asshole Mike Ball brings over those strawberry shortcakes. All I want to do is grab him out of his hand, slam the fucking door, and just get down to work. Get to work. By the way, I'm at 171 right now. So despite all of this shit, I've still dropped 15. I still look like shit, but I definitely don't weigh as much. 15 pounds down, and I'm not really proud of it because I still look like a big bag of shit. I hate that. Mr. 10 does not look like looking like shit. If you end up with a diagnosis, here's what you need to know. First, getting the diagnosis is a good thing, as BED can cause health complications like asthma, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, in addition to mental health problems like depression and anxiety. Second, there are treatments available. Typically, people with BED will be treated with some type of psychotherapy or counseling. And there will be a medical or nutritional component. Nah, that ain't me. I don't have any of those problems. I'll just run like crazy for now. But if I stop, I'm dead. Instant diabetes, like the next day. God, I hope not. Join me on the Patreon when this show is done. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. $5 or $10 a month. You get more podcasting each and every day of the week. The work week, that is, with the Patreon bonus. You've got the Lost Zane recordings, the Insane Asylum. I just posted a new episode of the Insane Asylum today. Not to mention the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. Normally, we're not doing it this week. Normally, we do. And then Smarter Than a Former Drug Dealer Trivia played that game yesterday with Tobias taking on Dale. It was a hell of a game. Started out slow, picked up in pace. You can check it out. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. The open and the live stream of this show brought to you by the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. If you are in the market for a mortgage, please consider Mario. Doesn't matter where you are in the U.S. either, with the exception of South Carolina, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. 231-332-6505. Thank you, Mario. Whether it's your first mortgage or your 10th, Mario can help you out. Maybe you just need a little cash out of your home that you have now to pay off a credit card bill. That's totally fine, too. It's smart because interest rates on credit cards are sky high. So borrow that money out of your home. I mean, if you owe 10 grand, you're going to have to pay the 10 grand one way or another. It would be smart of you to pay 5% interest on $10,000 as opposed to 30% interest on $10,000. So get the money out of your home for the low interest rate. Take what you get and pay off the balance of the credit card. You'll be saving a lot of money in the long run. Bear with me as if you're listening to the audio podcast, you can't see this, but occasionally folks on the video live stream see me stand on one leg and then extend my leg out. Look at the fact that I'm wearing, first of all, the grout fit, gray top, gray shorts, dark blue socks that go up to my calf with slippers on. What a look. Oh, my God, I am such an asshole. This is fantastic. You so don't give a shit when you're dressed like this. This is great. Corey says, are you colorblind as well? Oh, wait, what do you see? What do I see something that you don't see? I don't know. It looks like a gray shirt to me. What does it look like to you? Stevie says that is an I've given up look. I'm comfortable. I'm so comfortable. Isn't that what we all want? You want your old pal Eric Zane to be comfortable. That's how we get this done. All right. Thanks again to Joe Martinez from A&E Heating and Cooling. Chris K, who's enjoying the show right now, he says, I need to call him because I might have to get a furnace installed. I suggest you do it now. Reach out to him and get the ball rolling. Reach out to Joe Martinez, 616-516-8579. Rickety Rocket with the fun line. You look like a Dutch tulip farmer. Thank you. A&E Heating and Cooling, whether it's scheduled maintenance emergency service call, or they're installing a new furnace or an air conditioner. They'll even put in a water heater for you. 616-516-8579. Local dude, FedEx drivers driving around. This is the last thing we need. This crazy white guy losing his mind and approaching the FedEx driver, who's a black dude, and attacking him and calling him racial slurs. Now, part of me just thinks the guy's crazy, and but he's a crazy racist. Audio check, video check. Poor dude's just minding his own business, doing his job, and then this shit happens. I have to give the guy credit on the restraint, the FedEx driver.
Shocking video showing a man punching a FedEx driver in Portage and using several racial slurs.
It happened.
Part of me was like, as soon as I saw the headline, I was like, I hope it's Ben.
On Bruning Street over the weekend, and News 8's Whitney Burney in the newsroom after talking with that driver. Whitney?
Terrell Lipsy started driving for FedEx 2 years ago, and he says he's never experienced anything like this while driving that route. Tonight, we're not showing the attacker's face because he hasn't been charged. A normal Saturday delivering
He's a white guy. He won't be charged for about another 6 months.
Packages turns ugly.
Give your father. Give your father. What the? You dumb black. Like, dog, you could do right now.
Okay, now I can't tell what the idiot is saying. But the bleeps are all N-words, I guess.
Nah, dude.
A random man attacking 23-year-old FedEx driver Terrell Lipsy while repeatedly calling him the N-word.
I was shocked, confused, really irritated at the time, obviously. And so he ended up stepping up into my truck, and I told him, I was like, no, you have to get down, and you can't be up here. And then I ended up calling the police, and
You see, Terrell, he had the advantage here when the guy is getting on the truck. Terrell just told him not to, but he could very easily have just kicked him right in the face, and it would have been okay. At least in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe FedEx would have fired him. But yeah, I mean, that's you gotta go ghetto. You gotta go medieval on these people, on these lunatics when they come after you like that. I think that he's a little too calm. Terrell Lipsy is.
He started throwing stuff at me from my truck. He was pulling fuses out of the little thing up there.
And it didn't stop there. Lipsy says the man then followed him to homes and began stealing packages.
What?
This one had medical supplies inside.
As soon as I seen him swing, I couldn't even finish the video. And I caught him. And so by now, I'm livid.
Lipsy's mother, Kathy Faison, still processing the almost 10-minute long interaction.
To still
Mom,
feel like we have to deal with this.
Mom's got a piercing on her tongue. Does that mean that why do people get that? Is that for aesthetics, or is that functional when giving oral? Does anyone know?
Deal with racial slurs, and I'm not sure what it was. I'm not sure if.
Why is this guy's mommy talking? Terrell Lipsy's 24 years old, and his mom's speaking on his behalf. It should just be him talking about how much he kicked this guy's ass.
It's mental or whatever, but for me, it's very upsetting.
The incident now sparking concern for other delivery carriers.
This was hate all the way. And if he's that angry, he could have easily took this young man's life. This mother could have been at the medical examiner's office trying to identify her son.
In a statement to our newsroom, FedEx says, quote, "We are both saddened and outraged by the behavior exhibited in this video, and our first concern is for the driver involved." They go on to say they're working with Lipsy and police to further address the attack.
It was just crazy to me that somebody just randomly just kind of could do something like that.
Yeah.
Lipsy says he's now working with the Portage Department of Public Safety to press charges. We did request a copy of that police report to confirm an arrest and learn what charges, if any, that individual could be facing.
Yeah, why isn't that guy arrested? He should be arrested right this second. They need to track him down right away. The question, was the delivery late? Kenny says he stood up ready to throw down, but then remembered he was on the clock. Chris says, I'd be carrying one of those big cans of bear spray. Kyle says, FedEx, quote, we're so concerned we gave him an extra large bottle to use as a bathroom while making deliveries. Ben delivers FedEx, and, we aren't able to get Ben in on the show this week for the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast. It might be a good idea if we I had an impromptu version right now and brought in our buddy Ben Glaze as he is making his rounds as a delivery driver right now for that same company. Hey, Ben. Hey, Ben, how are you? I'm on the Eric Zane Show podcast.
Oh, good. How are you?
I'm not bad. I was just showing a story about some kid, 24-year-old dude, FedEx driver who got attacked.
By...
Well, it was some crazy white guy attacked the black guy and was calling him terrible names.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know who Terrell Lipsy is?
No.
Is it weird that he's a black guy and his last name is Lipsy?
So was this local?
Portage, I think.
Oh, okay. I've probably seen him around then.
Okay. Well, his description is he's young and black. So if you see him, maybe you know. But
all right. There's not too many young black guys around.
Right.
Here, so.
They just don't exist. Okay. So yeah, this dude, some crazy white guy just walked up to the truck and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" And then the guy threw a punch at him, and then started calling him terrible names. And then the guy just ignored him and went on his route while he was calling the cops. And they delivered a package to somebody's porch, and the stupid white guy went up and took the package off the porch.
Oh, geez. This guy's crazy.
Yeah. So, you
gotta leave Lipsy alone.
You do need to leave Lipsy alone. Ben, we're not going to be able to do the podcast this week because I'm leaving town.
Yeah, that's true.
Which means Deniacs are probably going to show up and destroy my home while I'm gone. I fully expect that. But what's going on in your world, Ben?
Just nothing. I worked this weekend on the wonderful Labor Day weekend.
You work over all weekend long?
Well, I do get Monday off, but I have to work Sunday.
All right. Well, I can't
really do anything.
We'll get back after it this coming weekend or this coming week.
Sounds good to me.
All right, Ben, I'll talk to you.
Oh, I'm going to see a $3 movie. They have $3 movies this weekend.
Oh, what is that?
Celebration Cinema on Saturdays. $3 movies and then $5 movie and popcorn.
What is the film you're going to see?
Oh, the only one that's out right now is Bullet Train. With Brad Pitt.
It sounds terrible.
Oh, it's going to be.
There's a movie. Do you have Amazon Prime?
Yes.
Okay. There's a movie out called Samaritan.
Oh, no. I do not want to watch that piece of shit.
Let me just say, he's a superhero, and he's fueled by ice cream.
Okay. I heard your review of the first half of the movie, and it doesn't sound great.
Oh, my God, dude. It's so bad. Oh.
Did you finish it?
I did. After the first 40 minutes, I started hitting the bounce ahead button, which was such a blessing. I mean, it's really, really great. But
I'm guessing the second half of the movie has to be spectacular for Adam Balboa to recommend it.
It's even worse. It's so bad. It actually makes me angry that a person could think that is an acceptable film.
Yeah, him and Benjamin Weller, I think, both recommended that movie.
Yeah, Ben Weller, what a dumbass that guy is. All right, buddy. Well, I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Yeah, be safe. Watch out for the dogs.
All right, I will.
Okay, buddy. See
All
ya.
right, see ya.
Kyle Ryan, who really wants to get on my shit list, says bounce ahead is a blessing, especially when there is ad reads. All right. I will kick your ass. Actually, I probably can't. Amanda says, I'm so glad they're friends again. Are you referring to Ben and myself? I think you are. Yeah, well, it's all Ben's fault. Ben's the one who lost his mind forever ago and wrote his Unabomber manifesto about your old pal Eric Zane. I was like, what? So that was ugly. And then finally, his senses he started to talk some sense to himself and reached out and apologized for that terrible behavior of his. Thank God. And now we're good. See, I am very forgiving. I have a lot of grace. So if any of those dumb shit Deniacs can get over themselves and ask for forgiveness, I will accept their apology and let them back in. Otherwise, no. Absolutely. If someone asks me for forgiveness, I will forgive. Always. All right. Thank you to Ben for joining us on an impromptu version of the Ben and Eric Patreon podcast, at least for a little bit. There is a new type of jewelry that is being talked about. Some chick on TikTok has figured out a way to take, just about anything, dehydrate it, powder it, grind it up pistol and mortar style, blend it with clay to create jewelry. The ingredient that someone suggested that she use is jizz. I hate every bit of this. This chick started talking about this. And then people started like, hey, can you make me some jewelry? And she's actually making legit pearl necklaces out of semen. Now, what's horrible in the Vice article is in this image here, this is some type of container with, that doesn't look, it looks strange to me. And all of these pieces of jewelry, the necklace, the earrings, this shark's tooth, and all of this is made from semen. Now, I don't know, man. Jizzy jewelry. For some customers, it says it's a kink. For others, it's more sentimental. I hate all of this. Jeweler and sculptor Amanda Booth opened a package of bottled semen first thing in the morning. It was a mistake. She'd only make once. She writes, fresh samples are one thing, but when they've been in the mail for a little bit, I mean, it smells like semen. You know what I mean? Okay, so is the suggestion then that the semen is like, you know how like when milk goes bad? Is that what we're talking about there? Is it a rotted semen smell? And I mean, I've never smelled semen rot. Idiots, lunatics send samples to her workshop where it's dehydrated, powdered, and incorporated into wearable clay beads or trinkets. So, okay. Now in my opinion, I'm guessing people are sending her the jizz, and then she throws it away. And then she takes Play-Doh and makes the stupid trinket, lets it harden, and then sends it back to him and says, oh, here you go. And then charges people an arm and a leg for this. And then they're like, oh, look, I'm so cool. I've got a jizz necklace. This is so great. She adds, we process them at the end of the day. Otherwise, we're sitting in the smell all day. Ugh. We did it in the morning one day, and it was just like, no, I'm never doing that again. I don't know. Why don't you wear a mask? She started a jewelry business in 2021, making wearable sculptures and trinkets out of people's bodily fluids and ashes. Breast milk, cremated remains of loved ones or pets, fur, and locks of hair. After someone commented on one of her TikTok videos if she'd ever consider incorporating man juice, Booth made a half-joking Facebook post about jizzy jewelry and started receiving actual serious orders for it. Oh, God. She tested the process with her husband first to figure out how much jizz would be needed to work into a sculpture. At least a teaspoon makes for the right clay to cum ratio, she determined. But more is better. And whether the polymer clay would hold up to oven baking. It turned out fantastic. God, I'm thinking that some of the members of the group formerly known as the Zaniacs would just basically have a string with all of the jewelry eaten off of it, like those old candy things you got back in the day.
You suck a big black dick because I know you want to.
What happened to your jewelry? I ate it. It was delicious. Yeah, I paid a lot of money for it. I don't know. I couldn't help myself. Voice of an angel. She posted her first TikTok about making her first jizzy pieces last month. That video went viral. Audio check. Video check. This is that moment.
So I put up a half-ass joke post on Facebook because a long time ago somebody commented on one of my TikToks.
She's grinding it up right there. Oh, shit. I just ruined it.
So I put up a half-ass joke post on Facebook because a long time ago somebody commented on one of my TikToks asking me if I'd ever incorporated man juices into a piece before. My team thought it was hilarious. They came up with the term jizzy jewelry. Anyways, so apparently it's something that people want, and it is something that people have now ordered. So I am testing a sample that my husband lovingly provided. And I'm going to make myself a few jizzy jewelry pieces to see how it works.
It's just clay. All that is clay with powdered jizz woven, pressed into it. It's not like anything. It's stupid.
And how it holds up, since I have a few samples already on the way from purchase pieces. So I did two separate ones. I did one.
The only person who would wear this, okay, so then they have Play-Doh on their neck with a little bit of jizz in it. That's all this is. And as they walk around, they're just hoping that someone says, hey, I like your necklace. And then the exhibitionist in them is going to say, yeah, hey, it's semen.
With just
so stupid. This whole thing is dumb.
Powder. And then the second one, I added a little bit of mica powder just to make it a little iridescent. I made a bead that I'm going to make a ring for myself. I made some beads for a bracelet because I want to try new wire wrapping. And then I'm making myself a pendant as well. I also made myself a little pearl. So stay tuned, I guess. So I put up a half.
Okay. The only people who would buy this are fucking idiots. This is so stupid. Amanda asks, do you think she licks her fingers while she does it? Sarah thinks it's fake. I don't think it's fake. I think she actually is doing it, and there are enough cretins in the world that would engage in something like this. I mean, think about it. We had that the one chick that was bottling her farts. Okay. And then people were like buying it. I mean, she couldn't even do it enough. She was making so much money. And then she was eating like all these foods that would cause her to fart a lot. And then it ended up like hurting her. But she was making like $150,000 a month in like sending off farts. Kenny says, Eric, you should order one for Diana. What is wrong with you? Mitch adds, I can't even believe I'm reading this. If she keeps grinding up the jizz and puts it in a pentagram, she'll summon the semen demon. You asshole. How much jizz dust do you think she's inhaled while grinding those samples up? Oh, my God. You're not kidding. It would make like jizz boogers. Like if you ever get into a dusty environment, you know, I mean, you pick your nose and, oh, God, good thing my nose hairs are working. It's going to be full of nose jizz. God, this whole thing is stupid. All right. Wonder how much this costs. Does it even say? For a lot of Booth's customers, it's a kink thing. One of Booth's clients, who asked to remain anonymous, indicated that she and her long-term partner are loosely part of the BDSM community. So that is bondage, dominatrix, sadomasochism, I think. And have bracelets that act as collars or pieces of jewelry that typically symbolize a consensually possessive relationship. Ugh. After researching further into the jizzy jewelry shop, we both thought it would be the ultimate "you are mine" type collar. Would be our little secret and inside joke. Another client indicated that her husband commissioned a simple pearl pendant because they wanted something that symbolizes the dominant and submissive aspect of their relationship. Any relationship that centers around that is doomed. My God. Relationships shouldn't be that involved. You know? Joint bank account will work just fine. We don't need to go down the road of you wearing my dried jizz around your finger or your neck. You wiping it off your belly is quite enough. We don't need anything more than that. Oh, why not go further? Why not collect the next thing in this scheme? You know somebody's going to say, can I send you some uterine sludge from my last menstrual cycle? My husband wants to wear freeze-dried uterine sludge from my last period sluicing. Could you maybe take that, dehydrate it, and make it into a necklace? Hey, that's a beautiful necklace. Yes, it's my wife's uterine sludge. Can I interest you in getting one yourself? You can go to this website. You know that's next. A show of hands. Is the term uterine sludge maybe the most horrible sequence of words that have ever been said on this show? A placenta pendant. No, let's even go further. How about a beautiful late-term abortion grinding? Could we maybe go with that and put that into a necklace? Some ground baby face could be made into a pendant. fucking terrible. Why do you people watch this show or listen to it? That's just the worst. Okay, some sick asshole was on an airplane. And I rarely use AirDrop, but if you if someone is like has their AirDrop on, you can just send them whatever, right? Isn't that how it works? Some dumbass on a plane. I shouldn't say dumbass. It's pretty brilliant. Because if I'm on a plane and I wouldn't send a picture of my ding-dong like this guy was. But, I mean, I'd probably drop a picture of O'Neill or Bruce or somebody like that. Or one of my pets. Somebody. One of the pets or something fun. Because that's how I think. But some asshole was sending naked pictures on AirDrop. And the plane it was a Southwest flight. And the plane is taxiing down the runway. And the pilot had to get on the thing and say, all right, enough sending nudes. There you go. TikTok. Hang on.
So here's the deal. This continues while we're on the ground. I'm going to have to pull back to the gate. Everybody's going to have to get off. We're going to have to get security involved. And it's vacation that's going to be ruined. So you folks, whatever that AirDrop thing is, quit sending naked pictures. Let's get yourself to Cabo.
The fact that the pilot has to say, look, all I want to do is tell you about the altitude, when we're going to get to the gate, or maybe the stupid reasons that they make up about the delays. The last thing anybody expected was a lecture from the pilot telling everybody that if you don't stop sending nudes, I'll turn this plane around. Now, I guess that would work. I mean, if everybody wants to get to their destination, but what if you got the guy who's sending nudes who's only there to send nudes?
So here's the deal. This continues while we're on the ground. I'm going to have to pull back to the gate. Everybody's going to have to get off. We're going to have to get security involved. And it's vacation that's going to be ruined. So you folks, whatever that AirDrop thing is, quit sending naked pictures. Let's get yourself to Cabo.
It's a Cabo. I like how when he's saying it, people are going, oh, ooh. They probably wanted to see some naked pictures. I guarantee you it was a dude sending pictures of his penis. There's no way in hell a woman would just randomly send pictures of her boobs. I don't know. Maybe she would. I tend to believe that this was the guy that was doing it. Dumbass. Come on. All right. Normally at about this time, I have Kyle on from Dumpster Divers. He is going to be joining us a little bit later today at 9:30 Eastern time. And he says, oh, my God, I've got a story for you. So I'm anxious to hear what is going on in his world. So I'll be talking to him in just a bit. Hey, if you have a business or you know somebody who does, have them reach out to me via email on the Shoreliner Striping inbox, eric@ericzaneshow.com. I would love to tell them about how marketing on this podcast works. One of the things you notice is most of my sponsors don't change. They join in, and then they kind of stay here because it works. There is one exception. Our beloved pal, Jason Mays. Boy, I couldn't do shit for that poor dude. JM Synthetics, for the longest time, we did everything. We threw everything at the wall, and it just did not work. Jason, I'm sorry. I got nothing. But anyway, most of these do work, like my friends at My Policy Shop Insurance, Frank Fuss, the Medicare Advantage Plan / Social Security Guru. If you or someone you know or love is getting set to turn 65, reach out to Frank. Let him help you take care of all of that T crossing and I dotting. 616-914-4070. Also, he's an expert on healthcare.gov, also known as Obamacare or the Marketplace. He is the absolute best. And all of Frank's services are free. So basically, I'm telling you about something free right now. 616-914-4070. If any of those particular things are in your future, reach out to Frank. So a lot of people who take advantage of healthcare.gov or Obamacare are people who are either in between jobs, they own their own business, and they have to come up with their own insurance policies, or maybe your employer does not offer insurance. I've taken advantage of healthcare.gov for years now, and it's because of Frank that this is an easy process. He makes his money from the insurance companies, not from you. That's why I stress that Frank's services are free. Okay, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Smack dab in beautiful Grand Rapids, right in the middle. Irvines.com, ER Vines. ER Vines, servicing all makes and models of European, domestic, and Asian vehicles. The exception being Volkswagens. They're the experts on EVs and hybrids. It's a damn good thing that they expanded the size of the business. They doubled their area in their. They added on, so they can work on more cars. And good thing too, because before you know it, a lot of people are going to be owning EVs and hybrids. Probably more so EVs than hybrids. But they are the experts on EVs. Okay, the dealerships send the cars that they can't fix to Irvine's. Reach out, 616-532-6600. They have a free loaner car program so that you're not in the lurch, hoping that people can drive you about and get you to work and stuff like that. They've got you covered. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid, and EV. All right. There's a new movie coming out that I was tipped off about. Thank you, Kenny. I appreciate that, buddy. And, boy, I don't know, man. It's Amazon Prime. And that's the same place where I discovered, where I saw Samaritan. And we also basically, they make shit movies. Basing that on Samaritan. This one is a new Winnie the Pooh film. It's just stupid enough to work. It's a real life Winnie the Pooh film. So real people, like one guy is playing Pooh, another guy is playing Piglet, another guy is playing Eeyore, and another dude is playing Christopher Robin. So, yeah, you got all the big hitters there. Okay. Audio, check. Video, check. Problem. This is a horror film. Here you go.
You know, you're the first person I ever shown this place to.
And why am I so special?
Because soon we'll be Christopher and Mary Robin.
So Christopher Robin has grown up. He's brought his future wife there to the 100-acre wood. This is when I used to play make-believe. That's actually not a bad premise. I think he's onto something.
We're not going to find them.
We will. Pooh, Piglet, Eeyore, we were friends for many years, and they're out there.
Is the actor who plays Christopher Robin, is he drunk? What the hell? I can't even understand a word that guy's saying.
Christopher, we need to...
Okay, you see the chick, she sees that there's a skull there in the 100-acre wood. Eeyore, R.I.P., it says. And there's a skull there. She doesn't like it. She wants to leave. Christopher, come on.
We need to leave. Now.
Looks like Arya Stark.
We really need to find out what's happened there, okay?
So they're pissed because Christopher Robin left them. Okay, did you see that? Okay, look at, there's Pooh. That is Pooh right there. It's a guy wearing a fucking Pooh mask. Oh, there's Pooh. Pooh's got her. Oh no. Watch this. Ah, she's gone. Boy, they're showing you a lot in this trailer. Basically, the minute and 54, you've just seen the movie. You know what's happening here. Oh, no.
This place is kind of cool. Did you?
So, okay, that starts with Christopher Robin and the chick get murdered. And then these 5 are going to show up and have a big lesbian extravaganza. Oh, hold on. Back up. Okay. We're going to see the whole group flash behind her. Did you see that?
We need to go. There's Laura's dead. There's someone else outside.
Ha!
What was that?
Look at that's Piglet. No, that was Eeyore. Or Piglet, I don't know. Which one of them has tusks? What the fuck? Look at that. Holy shit. Oh!
Why are you doing this, please? I would have never left that.
Shut up, Christopher, you pain in the ass pussy. Oh my God. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is coming. Oh, yes. I would say that I need to watch this. I need to see this just because they made this film just to be ridiculous. All right. Yeah, we need to see this film. Maybe even as, you know what we should do? We should have like a screening of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey at like a venue. And we could have like a party. That would be so fantastic. A Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey watch party. Oh my God. Maybe that's what we're on to. Well, this is just fantastic enough to work. I think that when you take something as ridiculous as Winnie the Pooh becoming a horror movie, yeah, that actually would be fantastic. That has potential. A lot more potential than Samaritan. You know, people would at least... I actually was getting angry watching Samaritan. Kyle from Dumpster Divers says, when's that fucking thing coming out skis? I don't know. Kenny says Diana is going to threaten you now and bring up ways to kill you when you lose Pooh Bear points. I didn't even think about that. Amanda says this is stupid. There's got to be a twist. Well, yeah, we just saw the twist. The twist is Winnie the Pooh is killing people. Is that not enough of a twist for you? Piglet, okay, who are we forgetting? There's Piglet, Eeyore, Pooh. Maybe they changed Tigger's name and it begins with an N. There's Kanga and Roo. Rabbit. Yes. Or maybe the sweet characters, because Amanda says maybe they killed the sweet character. Well, those all were sweet characters. Kyle says, guaranteed Christopher Robin is actually nuts now and had a break and became a serial killer, and he's actually doing it, but blaming it on fucking Winnie. Oh, shit. What a stupid movie. If you are watching or listening to the show on just the audio podcast, make sure you click on the links in the show notes and see it for yourself. All right. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Equally terrible. Okay, seriously. I don't normally give like a trigger warning, but this video isn't that bad. You don't like see blood and guts, but this actually did happen, what I'm about to get into, and it was the scene from earlier in the week where the video got released from the Ring doorbell cam. It's some normal neighborhood in Ohio, and mom and 22-year-old daughter come home from shopping, and they're getting stalked by the 22-year-old's ex-boyfriend. Okay? In fact, there's an NBC news story on it that I want to actually play. That's what I want to do. And then I'm going to go over the raw video with you, because I don't think NBC News is going to show you the raw video, but I'm going to show you the raw video, without a doubt. And he tried to break into the house, okay? And Dad was there. Well, first they said, no, go away. She doesn't want to see you. And instead of him just like sulking away, like, oh, no, he decides to break into the home. And then Dad's there with a pistol, and he shoots him 3 times, and he killed the fucker, which is the right thing to do. And so this is how that unfolded.
Tonight, new video showing the deadly encounter on the porch of an Ohio family home. Mitchell Ducrow of Sydney shot and killed 22-year-old James Rail last month after it appears Rail tried to break into the house where his ex-girlfriend Allison lives. In video captured by a home security system and provided to NBC News by local police, you can see Rail first ringing the doorbell multiple times.
He's like, hey, he's coming back.
The family saying they asked him to leave, and then...
Who's trying the door? Dad. No, don't answer the dad.
Get off my porch.
Dad, no! Oh my God, can you please hurry?
Rail is shot 3 times. We've paused the video to obscure this graphic moment. He stumbles backwards and falls to the ground. 2 minutes later, a bystander walks...
There's his legs sticking out. He's dead as hell.
...walks up to Rail's lifeless body.
Okay, well, he's not moving. He don't have a gun. Did you shoot him?
Yes!
Oh. Okay. Call 911.
We're on the phone with them right now.
I like how the neighbor is scared of dead guy. He doesn't know he's dead at the time. He doesn't do anything to see if he's okay.
Rail was pronounced dead at the scene.
He broke through the door and my dad shot at him.
Audio from the 911 call confirms Allison Ducrow phoned police while Rail was on the porch, when she says he tried breaking into the family home. The pair previously dated but broke it off some time ago. The circumstances of their split, not clear. The family interviewed by police.
Once I realized he was...
Well, he started sending bobbleheads with the head cut off. That was the first problem.
Getting in, and the door was open is when I shot.
Rail's sister...
And then he showed up in front of my mailbox.
Sister Jessica Colbert says her brother went to the house to, quote, look out for Allison.
He's there for a friend.
Colbert, emotional at the loss of her baby brother.
I fell to my knees. Because it couldn't be true. He's not supposed to die before me.
Well, he's crazy, though.
Last year, a new stand your ground law went into effect in Ohio, expanding rights for individuals using deadly force in situations of self-defense.
Oh, yeah.
Prosecutors in this
He shot him through the door, it looks like, through the glass.
Case deciding not to move forward with any charges against Mitchell Ducrow.
I think not only should Mr. Ducro be held accountable, but so should the other people involved that did not do a full investigation.
But wait a minute. So you're telling me, sister, I understand you're grieving, but your brother tried to break into a home, and these people did everything that they could to get him to stop doing that, called police, told him to get off the porch, told him to leave, and then they used deadly force as a last resort. Shut up.
But on that day, 1 month ago, Allison was grateful for what her father did.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm not mad at you. Thank you. Come here. I'm okay. Thank you for saving me. Dad, you're the best dad ever. You just saved my life.
All right, Julie Sirkin joins us now live in studio. We do want to mention that last piece of video was some body cam from police as well. So the sister you spoke to seemed to insinuate that the investigation was not over. What do we know?
Yeah, she told me that the investigation was not complete. And tonight we are hearing from the Shelby County Sheriff's Office who dispute Jessica's allegations, saying they conducted a full investigation. The sheriff noted he understands the Rails family grief and added, and this is interesting, quote, a young man lost his life and there have been many other options. But the law is the law, and we take oaths to uphold that law.
You know, I do want to ask you that the ring cam, it's a little tough to tell. Was the suspect actually able to get in the house, the ex-boyfriend, or is it just sort of a back and forth tug of war with him trying to break the door down?
Yeah, Allison's father actually said that the suspect, the ex-boyfriend in this case, tried to gain entry, his shoulder actually starting to push that door open when he was fatally shot.
All right. Let's back up. This is how this unfolded. Literally, mom shows up with the daughter.
Stop it.
This is unedited, by the way. If you don't like seeing people get shot, but I'm telling you, it's not bad. You don't see, like, brain fly out or anything. And I think he was shot in, like, the torso.
Allie? Boys, in the house.
Okay, here he is.
He's leaving. Hey, he's coming back. Nope, I'm calling. James, she doesn't want to talk to you.
I just want to know if he's going to use my show notes. I just need to know if I should. I don't like people wasting my time. What about the show notes? Show notes. Look at they're going, James, no. Mike, no. Mike, no. We know it's you. We can see your line beard. We know your shirt's tucked in and you've got a carabiner attached to your pants with keys. Mike, no. Okay, so now he's trying to break into the house, and Dad just said, I've got my gun. Look at, shot him 3 times, and then dude starts crip walking. Out of the, he's like, oh boy, fuck, I've had enough. Uh-oh. That's it. Neighbors like, holy shit.
Okay, wait. He's fine. He don't have nothing. He don't have no gun.
He's fine. He don't have nothing. He don't have no gun.
He don't have no gun.
The neighbor's obviously a Dem. The neighbor's very liberal and anti-gun.
Don't do anything. He was trying to break in and get to our daughter. Okay, well, he's not moving. He don't have a gun.
He broke our door in, trying to get to our daughter. Our daughter's busted in.
Okay, hold on.
The neighbor's like, well, that doesn't mean you should have shot him. If he breaks in and tries killing you, that is not a reason to defend your home.
Did you shoot him?
Yes.
Did you? This guy's an idiot. Did you shoot him? We just told you.
Okay.
Did you see him? He's scared of the dead guy.
Call 911.
We're on the phone with him right now.
Okay, he's not moving. He ain't going nowhere. I don't know. I heard 5 shots. Like, what the?
No, 3.
This neighbor. I mean, wouldn't you? You don't know that he's dead?
He broke into our door coming in after our daughter. But my husband shot. He come barreling in right behind me and my daughter in the car.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so we got in here and he wouldn't.
This is the neighbor is reacting the same way you'd react if, the neighbor hasn't cut his lawn. Oh, really? Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you guys have a good rest of your. You guys have a good Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Obviously, this was a that between you. Was he dangerous?
This guy is like, was he dangerous? No, he was not harmful in any way. We just shot him because he's nice.
They did a long time ago. It was a long time ago.
I think.
And he
Yeah.
left your voicemail, left a message last night. Oh my God.
Okay, just calm down. Calm down.
Okay, now the guy walks up to him. Okay, there was an edit. Cops are now here. The guy's dead. He died. The guy's dead. He died. I didn't even check, but he's dead.
The guy's dead right here. Where's the guy with the gun? Inside the house. He's the homeowner. The guy tried to break in the house. Okay.
He was muttering something about being a deniac.
The guy was just basically protecting himself.
We're right here.
Okay, you guys have your gun down?
Yeah, we're right here.
This guy just died.
Do you have your gun down? Yes. Are you black? Yes. Boom! No, we're not. Wow. Wow, that is something. Kyle from Dumpster Diver says, this guy just died. LOL, what a narc. Kuiper says he did it for the show. PSN Bleach. That's Stevie, right? I always get that mixed up. The neighbor doesn't understand. The guy lied to their ears. Amanda says, this is why I have a bat at home instead of a gun. Well, you're dumb. No, that's unfortunate that someone had to lose their life, but better you than me is what I always say. All right. Jesse says, oh, yeah, I go with a bat, too. I would go with a bat if it was shaped like a shotgun. And when you shot it, buckshot came flying out of it, and then your head no longer existed. That's the only bat that I would prefer, you know? All right. Before we get to Kyle, if you need an Eric Zane Show podcast t-shirt, they're available at ericzaneshow.com. I would love you to do that. Get a t-shirt, all sorts of different styles there available for you to check out. At my website, ericzaneshow.com. Hello to my friends at Berlin Raceway. Racing going on this weekend. Yesterday I said Sunday. That was wrong. It's Saturday. Racing Saturday at Berlin. Tickets just $12 when you buy them online. BerlinRaceway.com. Go there. Get the ticks. Parking is free. This is the most affordable thing you can take advantage of. Parking is free. 15 and under free. Beer is cheap. Concessions are cheap, considering it's a venue. And you're going to have a great time. Awesome fun for for the whole family at Berlin Raceway. They welcome you to bring in a cooler, 12 by 18 and smaller, with snacks, no glass, no alcohol. September is Immunization Awareness Month. Kent County Health Department, accesskent.com/health. They are awesome. Thank you so much to them for being part of the show. If your kids need immunizations, all right, it's important that they get this done, and you can have this taken care of for little or no cost if you qualify. accesskent.com/health. Go to the website, all the information you need about the immunizations that you can get for your child. I'm talking about measles, mumps, rubella, pertussis, meningitis, the vaccine to prevent against cervical cancer. Get that taken care of as well. Also, if you need information about the WIC program, any personal health services like HIV testing and breastfeeding, all at accesskent.com/health. All right, great group over there at the Kent County Health Department. Every week, I like to check in with my buddy Kyle from Dumpster Divers. He's logging in right now. I see him. I hear him. Kyle, welcome back to the show, buddy. How are things at Dumpster Divers?
Good, dude. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, I hear you. I see you. Everything's great.
Heck yeah. Is it breaking up or is it outside, dude?
It got a little wonky there, but it's nothing we can't handle, Kyle.
Cool. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm getting tired of this internet, dude.
You know what you should do is, not far from you is my friends at Blue Frost IT. They can probably set you up with everything you need to have, so that you don't have to sit in the hallway.
Right. Well, here's the thing. It's not like Dumpster Divers internet.
No.
It's like the building.
Yeah.
And I mean, it is. I will say it is free. We don't have to pay for it. So
Yeah.
That's nice. But
You know what?
Come on, dude.
I can live with that. What did you think about the story about the guy trying to break into the house, and the dad ended up shooting the fucker?
Yeah, so I was just watching that. I do want to say, you at this point, you guys know that I'm always talking about my Aspergery mind with my qualities of Asperger's. So my emotional intelligence in those regards, I wouldn't say emotional intelligence, but I'm like emotionally disconnected from like the human experience, I guess you'd say. So yeah, I say fucking shoot him, dude. I mean, you should.
Oh, absolutely. Now now in the audience, Amanda today is feeling exceptionally stupid, and she is as much as I love her, she's actually going down the road of, how can you guys say that? That's someone's son. And there was 3 or 4 people in the house. They could have overpowered him. Yeah, so you're telling me that you would risk that? You would risk the life of your daughter for some maniac who's so crazy he's willing to break into your fucking home? Oh, my God.
Yeah, I did say, I saw, I did reply to it. I will say I agree with her in the fact that it probably would have been way more satisfying to just beat the shit out of him, like really bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just felt better about yourself if you just fucking laid some punches and some uppercuts, dude.
Yeah. Well, and that's okay. It's okay for her to be dumb. It's okay for other members of the audience like Jesse to support her in that stupidity. But in my opinion, and everybody has one, and you can say I'm stupid and I can say you're stupid. That is a stupid way to go about it. If someone's trying to break into your home, you put as much lead in them as humanly possible. Okay? You shoot as many times as the gun will allow you.
Yeah, don't try to break in, dude.
I got a text from you yesterday, and it was all caps, and you said you had some amazing things to discuss with me.
Dude, I got some fucking content today, dude. And so I got to tell you guys a story. So I spent last night doing intense Google searching to make sure that the story I'm about to tell you isn't like illegal, like it isn't like slander or like defamation or whatever. But I found out that if it's the truth, if it's the true story, then you can't get in trouble. So I'm gonna fucking tell you guys this crazy story about one thing happened to us like 2 years ago, and then one thing happened to us Monday, and it's fucking wild.
Okay.
So here's what happened, right? So there's a company out there, and I don't know if any of the listeners know the company, but it's called Next Day Roofing and Construction. They're in like Coopersville area. Have you heard of this company?
No, I haven't heard of that. By the way, you talk about slander. Are you going to get me in trouble? Are you going to say, is it going to be like, well, hey, Eric, you put him on?
No, I don't. You can't. It's I looked it up quite a bit last night. If it's the truth is like the ultimate, it can't be considered if it's a true story.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you not want me to tell it because you?
No.
Totally. Okay, so here's that company, right? I grew up with the guy, so that owns it, and then in the when I was in college, at one point in time, I like worked as a roofer with them for like a summer, but it was just not going well. Company was not doing good. They like weren't paying me and stuff. So I was like, I'm freaking out of here, dude. Yeah. Like kind of shitty, like a shitty view, right? But you know me, like I'm like I like get things and like I'm very chill about stuff. So I'm like, well, you know, company is doing bad, like whatever. I'm not gonna make a big deal of it. I'm just gonna fucking go about my way, get a new job or whatever. So blah, 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 that happened. But then, so what happened is like 2 years ago, and I was at Dumpster Divers at this point. I went to the Home and Garden show, you know, they have like the DeVos place or whatever every year.
Right.
So I went down there, and I bumped into him there, and they had like a booth or whatever, and it was all crazy. And there was like a bunch of employees and stuff. And they were like, oh yeah, we're doing really good, and like blah blah blah. So like everything seemed cool or whatever. So we were like, I was like, yeah, I have a dumpster company, let's hook each other up, you know what I mean? So we were like set up this account or whatever, and like I rented them like 2 or 3 dumpsters maybe. And again, like I knew this guy, like we played football together like when we were kids. We went to the same high school and everything. So anyways, then like as roofers tend to do, they would always be like, oh, there's no way that like when we jumped the contents, like it was fucking heavy, because like shingles are like the heaviest shit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? And so they would always be like, oh, there's no way it weighed that much. And I'm like, dude, like I'm showing you the receipts from the landfill. That's how much it weighs, dude.
Right.
So anyways, they were bitching at us about that. But then this is where the real shit happened. So they rented a dumpster from us to do this lady's roof. And I don't remember where she lives, somewhere down Port Sheldon, way down there somewhere. So we drop off the dumpster, make sure it's in the right spot, everything's cool. And they have like a long driveway. It kind of goes through like a little bit of woods back by the house. And so like the long part of the driveway is really shitty, right? Like probably poured in like the 1970s, right?
Okay.
Then they built like a pole barn kind of deal, like off to the side of the driveway, and then like poured like this new driveway part, right? So there's like new driveway and old driveway that meet. Anyway, so then they call us the next day. They're like, oh yeah, like we need you to move the dumpster to the other side of the driveway, like over like 2 feet, because they need to get out of the garage. And I'm like, wow, that fucking sucks, because we were just there yesterday and we asked them where to put it, but whatever. I was just being cool. So we went there and moved the dumpster to the other side of the driveway, right? This is where it gets interesting. I know I did a lot of backstory here, but
that's okay.
Then they call us like a day or two later, the roofing company, and they're like, oh yeah, this lady's pissed at you guys. And I'm like, why? And they're like, oh, you broke her driveway. And I'm like, what? And she was like, yeah, she said that because Emilio, he went out there to move it. She's like, oh yeah, she said that he picked up the dumpster to move it over, and then he dropped it off of the truck and it shattered the driveway. And I'm like, you can't drop it. Like there's no possible way to drop the dumpster. You could only like lightly set it down and you know what I mean? There's no possible way.
It's foolproof. It's hydraulics and it lowers appropriately.
Yeah, for sure. So anyways, I'm like, she's like, they're like, oh, she's going to sue you. You better go out there. So I went out there and we took a look or whatever and looking at it. And so this lady is nuts, right? So she's like, oh yeah, I was watching you guys out the window and I saw you drop it. And we're like, okay. And she was like, well, actually, she's like, my son saw you do it. It wasn't me. My son saw you do it. And then we're talking about, she goes, well, actually, my son was in the backyard and he